What's up? What's up? What's going on, guys? Welcome, Rock Bottom Podcast with Ray Devito. How are you guys? Have you guys had an eventful 24 hours? I did. Yeah, a lot of stuff to get into today. We got a fun show. Want to say my sponsors, SoapCityHotSauce.com, Pain in the Brain Hot Sauce. Put in Rock B, save 15%, and check out Fred Harper does great stuff over there. And then also AerieJane.com, AerieJane.com, goat milk soaps and deodorant. Put in Raymond or Rock B, save 15% and free shipping on your first delivery. And and check out all my shirts on the Shuli shop, Rock Bottom Ray. A lot of stuff to address, unpacking that. I invited Drunk on Cringe if he wants to come on to this podcast, and if he does, Shuli, and maybe they can like square out their thing. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. But so that's up to that's up to the DLC if he wants to. A guy who I like, but I think he got drunk, got hammered, went on. I need them to patch up their stuff for stuff to be healed. So we'll see what that's going on. Chris Mack, what's up? Three's up, Ray. Thank you, Chris Mack. Yeah, I saw you just posted something. Yes, I am going to my orthopedic doctor. I have an MCL sprain. It's messed up, which, by the way, I went to my doctor, and it's a sprain. I'm not getting an MRI. It says I don't need an MRI. The things I can do with my knee says that there's no tear in the MCL or ACL, that it's a severe sprain. The swelling's minimal. If it was torn in any capacity, then it would have gotten worse, and it hasn't. And he gave me 800 milligrams of ibuprofen, like it's like the highest dosage you could take. You're supposed to take one every 12 hours. And I took, when I first got it, I took two. And then I passed out. I fainted. I actually fell down and fainted. Good thing is they're painkillers, so I didn't even feel it. I might have hit things as I fell over. But I'm at Elisa's place. She didn't even hear me. I go, I just fucking wiped out. I didn't. So be careful with those. So do not take more medications than what you're supposed to. But I'm going to go to the orthopedic doctor to find out what I'm going to do about this knee. And hopefully the swelling's going down. It's getting better. It started feeling a little better. So then I started like getting a little more active with it. And that's not a good idea, dude. That's Chris Mack. Remember Ray talked last night about how he planned to do the show, then go to the doctor first too. Yeah, I'm going to do it, Chris Mack. Fully expect them to come. It's one of those things, Chris Mack. I'm going to go there. If you want, Andy, if you want to put up that comment, I'm reading. It's like, I'm going to do it. And I mean, I have nothing else to do. I'll just sit there and wait to see if he's able to. Ray can only take up to 100 milligrams at a time safely. That's what do not do that. If the doctors say only takes 2 pills a day, wait every 12 hours per day. Sue, what's going on? New member. Welcome, Sue. Greg Novak, new member. Welcome, Greg Novak. Good to see you. Sketty Tooth. Is that Sketty Tooth John? I know you from the comments if that is you, but welcome, new member. Cardiff might join us. I know I got Rich Carucci joining me here in a little bit. Just going to interact with you guys. Lipperly. Well, thanks. Thank you, Scott. Good afternoon, Flat Cat. Flat Cat's in here. Dr. Chow, I hope Kevin doesn't come into Dr. Chow. I need you and Kevin to find some peace because you do a podcast with my friend Ari Jane, and so I want to be, but I mean, I need you guys. I don't know what happened when I did your podcast that I was on. What happened when I went off with between you guys. You guys got to find some common ground and do that. 3 bullet points. Yes, I will have bullet points. I got topics. I bring topics to the table. That's what I do. All right, I'm going to bring in my guests. Cardiff might be joining us later, but right now we got Rich Carucci. How are you, buddy?
Good, Ray. How you doing, brother?
All right. Finally, an Italian on here. It's about time, man.
There you go.
Where are you at? Where are you staying? You in Staten Island?
No, I'm in Jersey. I'm in Saddlebrook, New Jersey right now.
Yeah. You couldn't have any more seasonings behind you on your shelf.
Not my place. My girls. She's all with the cooking.
Those guys don't know, Rich is a comedian. Been a comic, what, 20 years?
24 years.
Runs a comedy club in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Where at in Pennsylvania?
Grantville, Pennsylvania, right outside of Hershey Park.
Nice. So Philadelphia area.
Yeah, and we just started in June, so it's just building. It's been pretty good. We had a pretty good weekend this last weekend. Like 50 people there Friday, 50 Saturday.
Wow, that's Adam Nutter and Win by 2 territory. So yeah, I do that. Like we can get some rock. I can get some Rock Bottom fans out there, and
Great.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Vinny Cash. So you do the same show on your channel and the Shuli. That's what. Wow, Vinny Cash. Vinny Cash is my first all-star patron. Yeah, man, Vinny Cash. You know how we do it? If the show's so good, just keep it. Yes. That's different topics. Rick Carucci has not been on my show before. It's his first time. Be nice. Right. Show some respect to this guy. Also, you were a 9/11 dispatcher for
26 years. Yeah, 26 years I was a dispatcher. I freaking hated it, but it was very stressful. I used to do it and then I would go do shows, and then I was on a shift where I would rotate. So sometimes I'd get done with a show, everybody start partying. I would have to head to work till 7 in the morning.
What because I was in a car accident. I've been in 2 pretty bad car accidents, but the one I was unconscious. They put me in an ambulance, and then next thing I know, I got a bill for 10 grand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair. If someone puts you in an ambulance against your like that, they're just giving you a bill. Have you ever talked to someone and be like, you don't need an ambulance, dude? Like, you don't want an ambulance. You can't pay for this.
You know what? It depends too. At nighttime was the volunteer ambulance. They had certain hours. If you went during the day, that was the paid ambulance. You had to pay more money. At night was like a volunteer ambulance course, so you really didn't have to pay.
All right, because like an experience I've had with 911 dispatchers is so I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. That's where I'm originally from. Represent the Black Keys, Akron, Ohio. And that was on 101st and Huff. I was coming back from the grog shop, and I saw 2 dudes beating the crap out of a guy. So I called 911. I'm like, hey, this is what's going on. And they're like, all right, well, can you hang out there till we get there? And I'm
right.
Like, no. Why would you? I'm like, no. I'm like, this obviously is your first day at 911. Why would you be encouraging me to hang at a crime scene? And it's like, no, I'm not going to be just hanging out there. What, I'm next then?
Yeah,
yeah. What's up with that? Like, is that really what they're trying to do? Is to tell people just to hang out and wait?
Not only that, they ask that you have these flip cards. So you're supposed to ask these questions so you can give pre-arrival instructions or get more information. People lose their shit when there's emergency. You know, somebody on the ground with blood shooting out. They don't want to answer questions. They just want you to get there. So I have people that were flipping out, like, shut the fuck up and sending it, like flipping out on me. You know, and I'm like, I have to ask these questions. But yeah, they want you to stay there so you could flag down the cop or ask any extra information.
It's insane. It's 2 dudes beating the crap out of a guy. I don't know their history. It's not a nice area. It's right by, if you listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony, 99 and St. Clair is like 2 blocks over. Like, it's like the most dangerous neighborhood in Cleveland. And just 2 guys. I don't know if they have guns. I don't know what. And they're like, no, can you just hang out there? Why are you not hanging out? I'm like, no. I'm like, I did my job. You Absolutely. Get there. And they're like guilting me in to hanging out there. Like,
yeah. Listen, I've tried to talk people into giving CPR mouth to mouth to people, even in their family, and very rarely do they're never going to do it right, but you got to talk them through it. But most times they're like, hell no, get somebody here. So you just have to ask outlandish stuff because there's a protocol and you don't want to get sued and stuff like that. But yeah, I would just, like I tell my friends, call 911, scream in the phone, hang up. This way they got your address, stuff like that. They know where to go.
So I'm gonna Dang Lizard, thank you, Dang Lizard, the super chat. Ray, are you gonna offer your skills to Rob Saul? Oh, I heard that story that Rob Saul he took his dog to. All right, listen to this story. So Rob Saul took his dog to the vet. I don't know what was wrong. It was playing with a toy or something. Something like he had to like rub the dog's genitals with the lotion.
That had to be some
That
911 call.
that sounds what do you call it? Ridiculous. If a vet told you to like jerk off your dog,
That sounds like he called 912 or something. I don't know. That ain't
no,
definitely.
he took his dog to a vet. It's just a story I heard. But okay, so play it back. I'm in that situation. I call you up. Two guys are beating the crap out of a guy. What do you tell me?
First off, you want to get the address. Then you want to get, is there a weapon involved?
Well, I don't know the address. I'm not from that area. Also, right. I'm not gonna look at the addresses to find out. I go, listen.
Right. Is there a landmark? First, you're trying to find the location. You try to get a callback number too. This way, if they get disconnected or somebody hangs up, then you're going to want to know, is there a weapon involved? Do you know the people? Is anyone injured? They're going to keep asking you questions to try to get more information as the cops come there. And, you might not be the first call they're coming to. There might be other stuff going on, and there's a car eventually coming. So, you never know how long you're going to be without an ambulance or a cop.
Yeah, but you would encourage people to hang out for a fight?
Yes, you would want to. What they want you to do is, not right there, get in a safe area near it, but they would keep asking you questions. They would just get as much information as you can. What's going on now? Is there any, somebody have a weapon? Is there anybody else involved? They want to see.
Well, I'm not getting that close. I'm like, I don't know.
Most people wouldn't. But
the guy's on the ground and they're still beating the crap out of him.
Yeah, no, they'll still keep asking you questions. Stay there and wave down the officer when he comes, stuff like that. I mean, it's.
I was not getting involved. Someone put in the chat, I miss my Uncle Charles. Exactly. That's where Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's where they shot Uncle Charles in front of it.
Right.
I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all.
Oh yeah, no, I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, listen, I made the phone call. Good luck. See you later. It's on you now. I would have done the same thing. I'm not going to hang out and watch it. If I'm safe, I might watch it from a distance for entertainment.
Watch it for entertainment. I don't know about that. Now it'd be different if someone got hit by a car or something. Then
that happens. That happens.
That's something different. What's your? Give me some stories. Some of the calls you had. What's some insane stories?
Oh man, the worst calls you get is kids. Like in the middle of the night. If the phone's not ringing, you're like sitting back, falling asleep a little bit at night. Everybody else is sleeping. The dispatchers are up all night. So I'm in a place where I have to push buttons when there's an emergency in certain areas. I push a button and I make an alarm in that building. So those guys get up. I send them the information. They go there. Meanwhile, I'm doing pre-arrival instructions, getting all the information I can. But the worst calls are the screaming in the middle of the night. My baby's not breathing or something like, those are terrible. But I also get ridiculous people that call and ask me if the bus is running, is school open, stuff like that. And it's supposed to be.
Is the bus running? They call you like you're 411?
They'll call 911. Do you know if the school's open today? Or do you know what the 165 bus schedule is? And I'm like, yeah, no, this is for emergency purposes. Like, don't call back here for that. But, I grew up in the area that I was doing it in. So I had people I know that.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Hackensack, New Jersey.
Okay. All right.
So I got phone calls from places and people I knew. You
knew the people?
I knew the people, and I would try to hint around like, the ambulance is coming, so are the police, because this way they would, they were in sketchy situations because I know the people. And I'm like, the police are coming also, so they would be smart enough to get rid of whatever they're doing.
Also, I've been hanging out in New Jersey a lot more, like around MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford. I didn't realize, it really is, all Italians.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I like it. I like hanging out. I'll hang out at the, what do you call it? The Plank Tavern or whatever. And it's all Italians. And I like it because it feels like I'm a kid hanging around my aunts and uncles. I grew up
not too far from the stadium, but I got a call one time. It was weird. My football coach from high school, who really hated me, but I played because I was good. He was running for mayor of our town, and he was going to win. He was a shoo-in for the election. And the morning of the election, I get a phone call from his residence, and it's his wife. He had a massive heart attack in the shower, and I'm talking her through CPR. And when she's pressing on his chest, I could hear the noises he's making, and I know he's dead. I know he's dead from those noises.
Oh,
and he
shit.
died. He died the morning of the of when he was going to get elected, and he was a shoo-in. So that was weird. But I've had some friends of mine I grew up with that people
Holy
called.
shit.
They were dead on arrival, stuff like that. You know.
Oh man.
My kindergarten teacher, her husband was dead in the driveway, and she's hysterical on the phone. I'm trying to calm her down. I mean, you know, some terrible shit, some weird shit too. I had a woman call one day.
That's all weird shit. So you've talked to people, and they. By the way, can you move just slightly to the right or to the left because the light shines? Yeah, where were you going? Where the light was shining? There we go. Yeah, right there. Put it up. I say put that camera up a little bit.
There you go.
Or down. Or down.
Yeah.
Put the camera down a little bit. All right. There you go. It's better. Yeah, it's better like that.
Yeah, so I've got people I know, you know, relatives, people in my neighborhood that I grew up in that had emergencies, fires, shit like that, car accidents. I mean, you know, I had one call from my own house from when I grew up in with my family. My nephew was choking, stuff like that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, well, I was there 26
So you knew the people. How many phone calls would you get in a day?
It all depended. If there was a storm, like a bad storm or a fire, the phone would never stop ringing. But some days you would get, emergency calls, maybe a dozen. Some days you'd get, 30 of them. And if it rained and people were stuck in floods, the phone never stopped ringing. You were going to be.
Oh, imagine, yeah.
Your 14-hour shift was going to be nothing. You could work up to 24 hours. They could keep you. So you would be just around the clock, one after another, sending somebody here, somebody there, just crazy stuff. And you got to keep track of everything. It's
Dang Lizard wants to know. Dang Lizard, thanks for the super chat. What would you say to a person calling because they were threatened by chat on Twitter? Yeah, what's up with all these people threatening each other on Twitter in this Dabbleverse thing? Can we stop with this already? Can we all be adults? Nobody's fighting anybody. Speaking of Chad Zuma, not that I want to do it. Andy, if you don't mind, can you pull up, I want to say congratulate Steel Toe, who I'm fine with Steel Toe, Aaron M. Holt. They had their anniversary show in Minnesota, Minnesota. Put up the pictures from it. That's a successful event, man. Like, congratulations to him. If you not even that, they even had like that outdoor event. It was there's Gino, who I don't know. I'm hot and cold with Gino. I don't care about that, but I'm glad he had a good show. I don't hate people just because I don't get along with someone. They're allowed to have good shows. I don't gotta go around hating everyone that has a fun show. I don't gotta do that. I'm not full of that much anger. I'm not full of that much hate. But yeah, they had a packed weekend. Congratulations to Steel Toe for all that. People threatening each other on Twitter. Can we all be fucking adults now? Dude, I don't even. When's the last time you got in a fight? Not that anyone would want to fight you. You're fucking built like a house.
A fist fight, like been years, but we're too old for that shit. You get hurt, lawsuits. I don't know why everybody threatens each other. We're in comedy. It's supposed to be fun and shit like that. It's weird. It's weird.
By the way, you look like security. Like those of you that are looking at me and see my shoulders, I look that much smaller. Like Rich is literally just a house. His arms are the size of my legs.
My wife's a bodybuilder. She's a
is she?
bodybuilder. So I always worked out. Plus, I did a lot of physical stuff. I played sports, football, baseball, wrestling.
You played baseball?
Played baseball.
No offense, but you seem like I could throw you out at first base from the outfield.
I played baseball till I found football. Once I found football, that was it. When I found out you could hit people and not go to jail or get arrested, that was it. Yeah. Football was it. I loved it.
Are you a fast runner at all? Like it just looked like it would take you a while to get there.
I was, but I used to be a runner. I used to do half marathons in the city with the New York Road Runners Club and stuff. Back when I was in my 30s. I mean, I'm a lot older now, but back then, I was into running. I was in the military, so I'm a very physical guy. A lot of hiking. I was big in hiking. biking, stuff like that. Yeah, I still exercise. I like to drink, so I like to stay in shape so I can still party.
Yeah, I like to drink. That's why I'm done. I got my foot. I ran. I broke my toe, and then
I know.
my
I
knee.
know.
Yeah, my knee. So I had to do the Peloton. I put it on the highest resistance, and I ended up spraining my MCL. I went to my doctor. My doctor's like, my knee still hurts a lot. So I gotta keep. He tells me to keep it elevated, and then he yells at me for putting it up on his chair.
Those Pelotons, man, are fucking crazy. My buddy, he broke up with his chick. He lived in New City, New York. He's like, could you come help me move this Peloton? We'll put it in your truck. Did you ever try to move one of those fucking things?
No, I just ride them on the. No, I don't.
I told him, dude, get back with her. We couldn't move it. Two of us tried to move it. If you could move one of those things, you don't need one because you're in shape. They are heavy as hell. And he's like, we got to bring this to Manhattan and bring it up to the 30th floor. I'm like, dude, we can't even get into my truck. I'm like, just get back with her, man. Get back with her so she moves back in. I'm not moving this fucking thing.
They're good bikes. I was having a good time using it. And then my knee hurt one day. And I put it on the highest resistance. I have an anxiety disorder, so I got to get it out. So I put on the highest resistance, and then next thing I know, I couldn't move my knee. My knee swelled up like a house, and I couldn't move my knee at all. Dang Lizard, how about calling in for being made fun of on? Yeah, is anyone from the Dabbleverse call 911? Be like, hey,
if I was still there,
someone's being mean online.
That I got weird calls. I got a call one time from a woman who was telling us. She fell asleep. Oh, she was at the bus stop, and they missed the last bus to Teaneck. So her friend knew these guys. They went to a house to hang out with. Everybody's gone. She's there by herself, and somebody had shoved a vibrator up her ass, and it was stuck up there. So, and she knew this because she could still feel it vibrating. So they had to send an ambulance.
Shit.
Send an ambulance, take her to the hospital. They lubed her up, gave her something so she would like shit. And
how do you know all this? They tell you the whole story afterwards.
Oh, yeah, she told us the story on the phone, and then your firemen were like, when they come back, they got X-rays of this device and everything. Like the firemen are fucking crazy, so they're telling us the story, and they had to treat it as a sex crime, and they gave her the vibrator back. And I'm not making this up. Maybe 2 months later, she called back with the fucking thing stuck up her ass again.
Oh, so it's not an accident.
It was.
Now it's not an accident.
Right.
These guys keep kidnapping me and sticking vibrators in my ass. I don't get what's going on with these guys.
Yeah.
Every time I go to Teaneck, New Jersey, someone puts a vibrator in my ass.
My friend worked at the emergency room. He said people come in with stuff stuck in their ass all the time, and the first thing they say is, "You're never gonna believe how this happened." That's what they always say.
Dude,
I hope no one stuck one of these in their ass.
Hey, the potato! How you doing, Cardiff?
Oh, hello, Ray.
How are you? This is my buddy Rich Carucci, a funny comedian.
Hello, Rich Carucci.
How are you, Cardiff? What's going on with you,
Wait,
buddy?
Are you both Italian?
Yeah, man.
Mm.
Doesn't he look like my uncle? Like I could be his nephew?
Uh-oh.
What do you do?
What do you do, Rich? You're a 911 operator?
I was for 26 years. I retired right before the pandemic, thank God. I didn't know it was coming, but I put my time in, and they wanted me out anyway. They're like, you're leaving one way or the other. You could retire and go, or we could force you out, because they wanted younger people in there. Top.
Why they want you out? Why would they want you out?
They were paying new people a lot less. I had been there a long time. Plus, I wasn't really getting along with the leadership that was there. It had changed. And every time somebody else gets to be chief, a new regime comes in. And I was on the outs with everybody. Pretty much was on the outs with everybody since I started there, because I always had other endeavors. I wasn't like they're like family. They hang out together. They go to picnics together. When there's an event, you have to go to it. When I wasn't there, I was out, doing comedy and fucking living my life. So they weren't appreciative of that.
What's the worst story you ever heard on the phone?
The worst story? Dan, the worst thing is I would hear like people fighting, a mother and a father fighting on the phone, and I would hear the kid crying and stuff like that, or the kid would call.
Ray,
Yeah,
don't do
those
that.
were the worst.
Yeah,
And the kid's not breathing and stuff like that. Kids dying and stuff, or fires. People call it. I get stupid phone calls too. I get one like some guy goes, "Hey, it's raining out. Is it okay if I barbecue in my kitchen?" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna barbecue."
That's them fucking with you. That can't be a real call.
Oh, I swear to God. And
Is
I
that
go,
Jim
Likely
Florence?
Ray DeVito calling you on
Yeah,
for the 4th of July, trying to make his steaks.
first thing
It's
I
raining.
do
I gotta make these steaks. It's the 4th of July. You gotta
Right.
barbecue.
I'm like, as soon as you light that barbecue, you're gonna realize what a bad fucking idea, what a bad idea it is. So I would have to get their phone number, slip it to my buddy that was next to me and their address, and he knew to start somebody there because whoever we're talking to is stupid enough to light a barbecue in their house and kill everybody in the building.
Dude, are you sure that wasn't Jim Florentine calling you, and that's now on prank calling CDs on SiriusXM or something? That sounds like a Florentine fucking with telemarketers type.
Yeah,
call.
yeah. No, people stupid.
Can you get in trouble for fucking with 911 on the telephone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't even ask questions like that, Ray.
How do you know, Cardiff? How do you know? From experience?
Ray, how do you not know that before you even ask the question? How have you survived this long not knowing you cannot call and fuck with 911?
Well, I've never called and fucked with 911, so I assume I just wouldn't.
There's people called frequent flyers who call every day, couple times a day. They want to go to the hospital because they'll get like treated. Maybe they're homeless or whatever. I didn't, but they pressed charges against one woman that was calling. Sometimes she'd call 3 times a day, stuff like that. I mean, it's just it's my back, it's your back. It was your leg earlier. It's the back of my leg. And, they brought her to court. And I don't know. The cops also take people. They'll put them in the car and shove them into another town after. They'll just be like, get out of our town. And
is that Barry Ribs? Leave Barry Ribs out of this. Barry Ribs is a nice fella.
I do a podcast with him now.
Oh, you do? I like Barry. We all love Barry Ribs here. Cardiff, how are you, buddy? I've been following you in this whole Stuttering John stuff. I don't know if you follow this Stuttering John stuff.
I do.
I saw you get in a fight with him. Well, not a fight, but first of all, it looks like you guys are best friends now.
I'll be on his show today at 2:30, so check it out. At 2:30 p.m. today, I will be on with Stuttering John Melendez. Yes, he was on my show the other night.
I literally watched for 30 minutes while he was trying to get you to tell him your name. He's like, yeah, my name's Cardiff. What do you want from me? He's like, no, you don't understand.
I'm a fan. I'm a Stuttering John fan, man.
This is my Stuttering John thing. I gotta turn off all the lights in the room before I podcast.
Mm-hmm. You have his audio set up, that's for sure.
With this, I'm on the road. Yeah. I also
prove you're on the road. Show us the pink blanket, Ray.
It is. It was on my. Not only that, I can't move because I have a sprained MCL. But the pink pillow that goes with it that you did not see.
I did.
That was my niece's pillow. It was on my Patreon last night. It's got like little kid stuff on it. I don't know. Elise is in the other room. I'm at Elise's place. I got to go see an orthopedic doctor after this shit to find out what's going on with my knee. But yeah. What the hell was I going to say? But yes, I am on the road. I can't move, Cardiff. And if you ever go to the hospital, the ER, and you want out, start live streaming. Every time I'm there, I start live streaming.
Did you play the old, Elise, my ankle hurts. I can't sleep on the couch. Can I sleep in your bed?
Yeah, there's a pink blanket. She's my friend. That's how you have friends. You can't sleep with all your friends, Cardiff. You know this. It gets tricky.
I've slept with all my friends. I've slept with Suki. I've slept with OJ, Stuttering John, all of them. All of them.
What are you going to talk about today with Stuttering John? I heard he's retiring.
He's retiring from the Dabbleverse. But Ray, I would like to play something for our friend Rich.
Sure.
Rich, I want your opinion on the woman who called 911 over a Burger King cheeseburger.
Right.
I would like to hear how you would have handled such a situation. So if I could
Yep. The woman who called 911 over a cheese. Yeah, they do shit like that. You'd be surprised. I mean, for real. You're like,
how would you handle that? He wants to know how would you handle it?
Well, I'm gonna play it. Let him.
Oh, he's gonna play it.
If you could put it up. If you could put it up, producer Joe.
Producer Andy today. We got Andy.
Oh,
today.
Producer Andy. Oh, you've upgraded. I see. You
no
fired
more
that
Producer
froggy.
Joe. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Sheriff's Department, how can I help you? Yeah, I'm over here at Burger King right here in San Clemente. Mm-hmm. No, not San Clemente. I'm sorry. I live in San Clemente. I'm in Laguna Niguel, I think. That's where I'm at. I'm at a drive-thru right now. I ordered my food 3 times. They're mopping the floor inside, and I understand they're busy. They're not even busy. Okay, I've been the only car here. I asked them 4 different times to make me a Western barbecue burger. Okay, they keep giving me a hamburger with lettuce, tomato, and cheese, onions. And I said, I'm not leaving. I want a Western burger because I just got my kids from Taekwondo. They're hungry. I'm on my way home, and I live in San Clemente. Okay, she gave me another hamburger. It's wrong. I said 4 times. I said, I want it. She goes, can you go out and park in front? I said, no. I want my hamburger right. So then the lady came to the manager, whoever she is. She came up and she said, do you want your money back? And I said, no, I want my hamburger. My kids are hungry, and I have to jump on the toll freeway. I said, I am not leaving this spot, and I said, I will call the police because I want my Western burger done right. Now, is that so hard?
Okay, what exactly is it you want us to do for you?
I send the officer down here. I want them to make me right.
Ma'am, we're not going to go down there and enforce your Western bacon cheeseburger.
What am I supposed to do?
This is between you and the manager. We're not going to go enforce how to make a hamburger. That's not a criminal issue. There's nothing criminal.
So I just stand here. So I just sit here and block.
You need to calmly and rationally speak to the manager and figure out what to do between you.
She did come up, and I said, can I please have my Western burger? She said, I'm not dealing with it. She walked away. Because they're mopping the floor, and it's all full of suds, and they don't want to run. They don't want to go through there. And
ma'am, then I suggest you get your money back and go somewhere else. This is not a criminal issue. We can't go out there and make them make you a cheeseburger the way you want it.
Well, you're supposed to be here to protect me.
Well, what are we protecting you from? A wrong cheeseburger?
It is having
Is
your
this
own
like
way.
it's a harmful cheeseburger or something? I don't understand what you want us to do.
Well, just come down here. I'm not leaving.
No, ma'am, I'm not sending the deputies down there over a cheeseburger. You need to go in there and act like an adult and either get your money back and go home.
She's not acting like an adult herself. I'm sitting here in my car. I just want them to make my kid a Western burger.
Now, this is what I suggest. I suggest you get your money back from the manager and you go on your way home.
Okay.
Okay? Bye-bye.
Now, Rich, have you ever experienced a call similar to that?
Stuff like that, but she engaged her way too much. I'd be like, listen, it's for an emergency purposes only. Is this a life-threatening incident? And I wouldn't have been, that's way too much. And I would have been like, if there was a cop available, go down there and rattle her. But otherwise, you're on your own. But I wouldn't have talked to her as long as she did. I would have been like, are you fucking, you got to watch because everything's being taped. And I did have several suspensions over some of the, I can't get excited. Remember, whatever's happening ain't happening to you. So that's the first thing. But, you got to watch what you say because they will press charges on you and they will check to see what was said. But I would not have engaged her as much and as nice as she did. I would have been like, you're kidding me, right? You know what I mean? Like, this is over a cheeseburger? Like, lady.
Well, it is a Western.
It is a Western.
I mean, it has barbecue sauce.
I would have said, how much do you weigh? Okay, listen, they're doing you a favor. And get a Diet Coke with it. I don't know.
You're insulting them, Rich. That's no wonder why you weren't.
They just engaged it too much, but that's the kind of shit people call for. I had one guy call. He couldn't move his legs. He goes, I can't move my legs.
That was me the other day.
I said, okay, were you injured or anything? No. You can't move your legs at all? No. I'm unable to lose my legs. Okay. Have you recently taken any alcohol or drugs? Well, I just shot a bunch of Coke into my legs. I said, okay. Well, that might be the problem. I said, I'll send an ambulance. He said, well, don't come right now. I just sent somebody to get me popcorn. So come in a half hour. Shit like that. I swear to God.
Now, couldn't the ambulance have picked up the popcorn for this gentleman?
Yeah, absolutely. They probably have
Since they're going there anyway.
Yeah, since they're going there, yeah, to make it a 2-for-1 deal.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I had a $10,000 ambulance ride. I didn't even get to enjoy it because I was unconscious the whole time.
You could have
So
took a limo.
yeah, I could have bought a car. 10 grand. I could have bought like a.
Why didn't
I don't, you know,
I could have
that's
bought
a
a Honda
DWI.
Civic. I could have bought a used Honda Civic and woke up and drove myself to the hospital.
That seems
with that thing.
astronomical. I mean, it's like 400. They
No,
charge
it
you like
was
500.
we gotta be careful not to talk over each other. But it was it happened on I-80.
don't talk over each other.
Yeah, that's my job. They drove me from wherever it happened on I-80 to Altoona, which is like an hour and a half away. So it was like an hour and a half ambulance ride because I was going on I-80, and that's when I got hit by a semi. That's my first car accident. Then the second one, I don't know what happened, but I might have had a seizure because then I started getting non-epileptic seizures afterwards. That's all everyone in here knows. I'm going to catch up on some super chats.
So hold on.
What?
Tracy Morgan gets hit by a semi and he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
You get hit by a semi and you're Ray DeVito.
Yeah. A lady saw the semi hit me and she pulled over. Yeah, it's hilarious. She pulled over when the semi hit me. And then that's that infamous GoFundMe picture. That's from that. Yeah. That's for essentially that GoFundMe was for the stupid ambulance ride that I had to pay for.
It doesn't make sense. They would take you an hour and a half for something like that. You go to the nearest emergency place. Like
it was in Altoona. There's nothing out there, Rich, in the backwoods, Pennsylvania, wherever that happened on I-80, all the way down to Altoona was like the nearest hospital, and I was there for like 2 weeks.
Jesus.
But a lady saw a semi hit me, and she could have like saw who that semi was, or she could be like, maybe I should attend to this guy that might be dead.
She was too busy eating her cheeseburger.
Yeah. So she pulled over and fucking worried about me, which I'm thankful, but at the same time, she could have like, you're on I-80. I guess you can't find the license plate, then come back, but whatever. But she said I got hit by a semi. I don't remember what happened. I just woke up. I woke up in the ER with my sister standing next to me going, I have my own family. Why am I your emergency contact? That was the first thing that was said to me when I regained consciousness.
That's crazy.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
How did you answer that question?
I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know what happened. That was, she was like, oh, you got hit by a semi. And when I first heard I got hit by a semi, I'm like, okay, they got the semi. And they're like, no, they have no idea who the semi was. So
what were you driving?
A Honda Civic.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Fine automobile.
Fine, good. They are good automobiles. Let me read some super chats. Pickwick Pub. Thank you for being a member. Cardiff, you and WATP better not go easy on Steel Toe or there will still be blowback. Don't lose your fan base over an asshole. What happened with you and Steel Toe?
I don't know where these rumors and accusations are coming from, but I am not involved in any way.
Wink, wink. I was just congratulating, as you know, I'm not a fan of Gino Bisconti. He's not a fan of mine, but I was congratulating Steel Toe on having that anniversary show. It looked like it was packed. So good for them.
I was there. It was great.
You were not there. Were you really?
Yes, I was. I'm in Minnesota.
Oh, hell yeah. That's right. Fuck yeah. And Cardiff has been a friend of mine at the beginning of the Dabbleverse. He's the one that helped me monetize my channel. I'll always be grateful.
Whoa, Ray.
What's up?
Just pull back a little bit. You were not anywhere near this at the beginning of the Dabbleverse. Don't try and insert yourself as part of the Dabbleverse origin story. You're like you came in at the end. No, you just said at the beginning of the Dabbleverse. You came in at the end.
I'm season 4. I'm season 4. I'm season 4 on the Dabbleverse. What are you
You're like the second half of season 6, maybe.
All right,
you're like when Sopranos took a year and a half off in between the first half and the second half. No, Ray.
Cardiff, I'm like a child that was born in the middle of it and did not realize what was going on before. I assume
you are like a child. I agree with that.
I assume it started when I got here.
No.
I assume that's when it started.
No. Please continue. Please continue with Dang Lizard's super chat.
Dang Lizard. Stunt John called 911 for being made fun. That's true. He did. Stuttering John did call. Didn't he call
That's a
Stuttering
lie.
John?
He called the non-emergency line when he was.
Oh, he did. All right. Al Ray. Wow, that's an old picture of me. Opening a box of wine is unlocking a treasure chest of relaxation, but prying open a cork bottle is like a battle with an ancient puzzle card. That is true. When they have corks, Cardiff, I don't know what to do, so I just push the cork down into the bottle. I just,
same approach you take to lovemaking.
Yeah, I just like slam it in there. Like, get down there, you cork. I want wine now. So call 911 on this show. All right.
That's hilarious.
Hey, Leo Gunn. Ray, you should go drinking with Rich after the show instead of your doctor's appointment. You will be missing for approximately 24, 48 hours, but the experience will finally make a man out of you. Rich is a big dude. I would.
Leo knows me, I guess.
Yeah, he's Leo Gunn's a good dude. Sean McMillan, thanks. None of these people are at least. What is the scam? Dave Dallifer, Cardiff is always Cardiff is right. I get it.
And Dave is always
6.
right.
Mojo Buffalo, Cardiff is 10 too late for subreddit surf. Wow.
10 is too late for subreddit surfing. Yes, he's singing my theme song, Ray. I have theme songs that people love. I am beloved. Except for one person in your chat seems to hate me. Danielle Ashley. Whatever I did to you, I apologize. But this is for you. Bye, Brennan. Hopefully we're friends now.
You know what I have to, because I was talking to Obnoxious John. I was talking to OJ, and for your remember the 90s show, or remember the 90s or whatever.
You'll remember the 90s You'll remember the 90s on YouTube. Go subscribe now. New show coming September 22nd.
Christian Finnegan's a pretty good friend of mine, and I got to get him to do my podcast. He's done my podcast before. I got to get him on one of these. But also, like, he was like one of the faces of Remember the 90s on VH1. So that could be fun for you guys to. And he's a good sport about everything. He's like one of the nicest dudes.
Generally, when you rip off someone's concept, you don't want to bring someone from that concept and raise awareness. So maybe no.
All right. I don't think. Also, like, that was VH1.
Not really their concept.
Yeah, VH1 is Viacom. Like, as someone that did videos for Comedy Central and shit, they take advantage of you. Like, all the videos I did for them for Adam TV, like, they own them. I just got $600. If they wanted to re-air them and keep re-airing them, they can do that. I get nothing. So, like, yeah, anything Viacom is not. That's why Chappelle got in a big beef. That's what the whole Chappelle show thing over. Like, he wasn't getting the money off of what they were doing. So, yeah.
Have you considered suing them, Ray?
I can't sue anybody.
I think you can. I think you can.
Can you be my lawyer? You could be. We could dress a potato up in a suit, and you go in with a gavel. Go in with a gavel, like
I can.
But this is my lawyer, my AI lawyer. Cousin IT is here. Cousin It. It. Hi, Ray. Hi, Cousin It. What's your favorite box of wine? Whichever one's the least picked out. I got least picked out the wines. It's like having a water cooler. The box of wine, it's like a water cooler. It's got like a little thing on it. And the cool thing about it, it says must use within 30 days. Like, who's going to take 30 days to drink a box of wine? That's like 3 nights tops, right?
Maybe a normal person. 3
months?
Well, who buys a box of wine anyway? They come in bottles, Ray.
They come. Well, it's literally like a little league. They like set up like little league water coolers. Like,
I bet your box of wine has a little foil circle where you can stab the straw and just
like Capri
drink
Sun?
right out of it.
What happened to Capri Sun?
I think
I think what exist. I don't know. You know, I think ruined Capri Sun. They were just too little. They were only like they were just made for kids. They were so little. There was like
they are made for kids, Ray. Don't act like this is breaking news. They are intended for a kid's lunchbox.
But if they make them bigger, everyone would enjoy them. Like High C's made for kids, but I still drink High C. You don't drink High C?
No, I'm an adult.
You're a potato.
Who drinks High C?
I like High C.
How about some Sunny D? Big chug of Sunny D.
I never liked Sunny D. I did like High C. I never liked Sunny Delight. Sunny Delight. But Capri Sun was good, but you just needed it in bigger things. So you could stab that was half the fun, is stabbing your aluminum foil drink. Like,
Yes, you're a psychopath, Ray.
Citizen M, thanks for being a
Hello,
member,
Citizen
buddy. Did Chad ever actually attempt to dox the potato? I'm beginning to believe the whole thing was just a bit. That's for the potato, but
Chad's an idiot. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
He put out names and pictures and employers.
I
wanted
saw
people
that.
to go after him. None of it was me. He's a fucking idiot. Not a bit, but he's an idiot.
I saw it. Ray, can you say, what does FKB stand for? I have no idea, but I love Kevin Brennan.
Kevin Brennan.
Oh,
Hi, Brennan. Now, Ray.
That's my dude. I love that guy.
Now, Ray, you've seen me without the mask.
Yes.
You've seen me without, not in my non-potato form.
Yes.
Do you think it's wise for me to appear online as a potato?
I think you're a good-looking dude.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, Ray.
What do you want?
Play with a bit, man.
All right. Yeah. Yes, I do think it's
okay. Thank you. I'm an ugly, giant man that should only appear online as a potato. Thank you.
I thought you're very handsome. I thought you're very handsome, but
you think everyone's handsome. You think everyone's handsome when they're playing with your dick, so that's why.
Well, no one's been handsome for a while. Then I've not seen anyone handsome in a long time.
Come on, we had some handsome times in Pottstown, Ray.
There's not been
all over that pink blanket.
I like how people are giving me grief for eating a continental breakfast. Like, this dude ate a free breakfast. Like, yes, that's a continental breakfast. You're at the hotel. You're
supposed giving you grief for the continental breakfast. We were giving you grief for the coffee.
The coffee was garbage. I made everyone drink that coffee.
And you were obsessed with the coffee.
And then you even admitted that the coffee was garbage. You were like, this coffee is pretty good.
The coffee was shit, but I did not do 4 live streams about it. So.
They had 3 things of coffee, Rich. 3 things of coffee like they do at the hotel. Right. I went to the one and it tasted like garbage. I'm like, there's no way the coffee can be this bad. So I went to the other one. I was like, it was also just as bad. I've never tasted coffee that bad. And I was like, I don't know what's going on with it. So I had everyone try the coffee, Cardiff being one of them, and everyone agreed that it was the worst coffee ever. I don't know how they could have made the coffee better, but the coffee was absolutely brutal. I've never had bad coffee like that. Ray, what is your favorite Smith song? There's a bunch of them. But my favorite Morrissey song would be The More You Ignore Me, which is a more Morrissey song, but that's There's a Light That Never Goes Out. Hand in Gloves, a great song. The Smiths are fantastic. I think they're going to make it. Dave Dalliver, what's the best vintage for Whirlpool box wine? I don't even know wines. I just know red wine, clear wine, and pink wine. I just know them in colors. Is that how you're supposed to do wine? Red wine, white wine, and pink wine. Rosé. What do you know about a rosé?
A rosé is a pink, what you would call a pink wine, you uncultured swine. Pink wine.
Pink
hey,
wine.
barkeep, slide me a glass of pink wine, please.
All the colors. Yeah, there's a red wine, a pink wine, and a clear wine. And then there's some wine that tastes like it has, like it's like part soda. Like it's like sugary and bubbly and carbonated.
Sparkling.
Sparkling. Yes, that's what they would call it, a sparkling wine. But I got to stay away from those because those got sugar in them. And I don't want to flare up the gouts. So
most of the white wines have a much more sugar. If you don't want a wine that has you don't want sugar in your wine, go to the wine store, your favorite wine store tonight, and ask for a bottle of Manischewitz. Manischewitz, very low sugar. Ray, don't get Manischewitz. Your foot will fall off if you drink Manischewitz. It's grape juice.
Jewish wine.
It's Jewish wine that is sweeter than the sweet relief of taking a big dump.
All right.
Sweet relief.
Rezlinsky wants to know, Ray, where are you staying in AC? I don't know. Wherever Kevin Brennan tells me I'm staying is where I'm staying. So, and AC is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
No, it's not.
Don't be a Chad. Now you're being a Chad potato. You're
No,
being a
this-
Chad. I
this
heard this
may-
was the worst event ever. I heard it sucked. Everyone hated it. It
This-
fucking stunk.
This may be the one thing Chad is right about, and Chad's a fucking idiot. That is where I agree with. But anyone who goes to AC to watch Kevin Brennan play poker and then hang out in his room with him, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm
They're
looking
dumber-
forward to it, Potato.
Well, you didn't let me finish,
All right.
but I was going to compare them to comedian of the stars, Ray DeVito. Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Who
I'm
is
looking
going
for-
to that horse shit?
I'm going. Roslinski's going.
Oh.
I'm gonna have fun. I hope to. I don't know if it's. I hope to whatever. Because he's a
Have sex?
partner of
What are
mine.
those motions you're going?
Well, I hope to be whatever it is with Melton and I hope we. I don't care if he makes fun of me, but like if he's gonna be selling my merch, I want to be like, hey man, we're cool, right? I want to be at least business friendly. He doesn't have to like me, he can make fun of me all he wants. But
Who,
I want to
Melton?
make yeah.
So you're going there to hook up with Melton.
To at least make peace, to be like, hey man, like,
Peace.
because he is doing my merchandise. It is weird having someone doing your merchandise that also hates your guts. that's like a weird relationship, if you know what I'm saying, Carter.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is very. You're like,
I don't need to love you to do business with you, though, Ray.
yeah. Well, I love you, buddy. I'll do business with you whenever. I like doing business with you. I think you're very handsome. You know how I feel about handsome people.
I do.
I love handsome people.
After a couple boxes of wine, everyone's handsome to you, Ray.
Everyone's handsome. As long as we don't got to drink that coffee in fucking Pottstown, which I don't get because that continental breakfast was so good. Everything was dope on the continental breakfast.
Ah, that was
mess
shit,
up
too.
the-
It was all shit.
For
It
me,
was
it was
fine.
pretty nice.
It was fine, but it wasn't like, it wasn't like, I like a nice omelet bar at a hotel.
They
could
did
smash
have
a nice
omelets.
omelet.
They had
No, like
they had
like
eggs, scrambled
want
eggs. I love it.
I want someone making me an omelet at my hotel breakfast. That's when you know you've arrived, Ray, when a young man who is probably addicted to meth is making you an omelet at 7:30 in the morning at your hotel. That is how you know you've made it.
Yeah, I liked what that breakfast was. I liked the sausage. I liked the eggs. I thought it was good. The orange juice was great. The only thing I didn't like was that coffee. It's like, how do you mess up the easiest thing, man? 7-Eleven gets it right. 7-Eleven's got very underrated coffee, by the way. Seamus McKellen, clearly a potato that I'm going to mess this up. Imbibes.
It's pronounced Seamus.
Seamus McCallahan.
Yeah.
Seamus McCall. It sounds like a character in like Happy Gilmore. Clearly a potato that imbibes too much beer and cheese.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Dave Dallafor. Champagne wine and Flintstone vitamins are the best. Flintstone vitamins are delicious. Can we admit that?
Yeah.
The Flintstones by far the healthiest cartoon. The healthiest cartoon as far as single mother
Betty?
of 5.
Betty or Wilma, Ray? Betty or Wilma?
Betty Rubble.
Really? Not into the redheads, huh?
No, I think of Betty Rubble. Yeah. Well, no, I have to always like redheads. My mom was a redhead. That sounds
That's-
weird that I
yeah,
said that. Now I sound like Sigmund Freud.
Yes, that does.
By the way, Sigmund Freud, I saw a picture of his mom. Not as hot as I thought she'd be. I thought she'd be better looking for the way he felt about her. It's like,
You
All
tweeted that like 3 months ago, and
I know.
complimented you.
Yes,
Now-
Carter. I bring jokes. That's what I do. I bring them in organically. You're acting like I don't bring them in organic. You're not an organic potato.
Yes,
You were
but
made
I'm
in a machine.
calling you out for reusing the joke.
Reusing jokes. That's what we do as comedians. Rich Carucci, have you ever said a joke more than once?
Yes.
On
There you
stage.
go.
That's fine.
This is my stage. The world's my stage. Who said that? Hemingway? Who said the world's
I think
my
that was
stage?
Kevin Brennan.
Kevin Brennan?
Kevin
Wasn't that Rick Flair? Who said the world's my stage?
everyone.
Everyone. Yeah.
Everyone
So it's
said
all on my stage. Single mother of 5. That's why I'll please explain. That's how I lost my virginity to Rich Carucci. Is some single mother of 4. And I apparently gave her fit baby. I love a good clear
Holy
wine, shaking my head. Mario movie star fingernails. Hand in Glove, nice Ray, great song. It is, yeah. Hand in Glove is a great song by the Smiths. Dave Delafor. Cardiff. My apologies in advance. All right.
Why, Dave Daffler?
Yeah, why Dave Daffler?
What are you going to do to me, Dave Daffler?
Yeah, what are you doing, Dave? What are you pulling a? Is that Chad? Is this a Chad sock account?
Could be.
Is that a sock account from Chad?
He has many.
I did have topics. I mean, we don't got to get into some topics. I like this organic flow, but what was I going to talk to you about? Did you see? We don't have to. We'll see what's. I like just fooling around with the chat. But you're not going, I assume, to obviously you're not going to Atlantic City, Cardiff.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, why would I go? I could barely watch MLC on YouTube. I'm not going to fly to AC to watch that horse shit. He's a hack. Bye, Brennan.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, no,
does the show stink because I'm on it?
No, it's just Brennan. Brennan stinks. Everything else on the show is good. Brennan stinks.
He's one of the funniest dudes. One of the funniest dudes out there. He's
prove
great.
it.
Oh man. Oh Jesus. All right. Where did I lose a potato? Did the potato go?
Yeah, he left, Ray.
Oh, all right. I love the potato. Go follow Cardiff. Go watch his Stuttering John.
Cardiff's
potato. All right. I love Cardiff, and thank you for dropping in here. I'm gonna say pull up this. Rich Carucci. Do you see this whole thing? This Lizzo thing is getting worse and worse.
Crazy.
Yeah. If you pull up that article, so like now there's 6 more dancers that are suing her. And again, it's not even the whole thing about my thing. Not that we need to read the article. It's just to like, if you just flip through it to see. So there's 6 more dancers are coming after Lizzo, saying that they shamed her for saying they're fat, which is a weird thing. All right, I just wanted to show the article. That's all for my graphic effect. Like, there you go. So all these dancers keep coming out of the woodwork. Like, how many fucking out of shape fat female dancers are there? Are there really that many? Like, Lizzo created the market for fat, out of shape dancers, and now that's the only game in town. That's like being a football player suing the NFL. Like, there's not another league out there to go to. Like, you're stuck being a Lizzo dancer. There's no other options to be a dancer. So why are you fucking going after? I get it. They're going after her for this. And also, like, they're saying, like, she's saying that, yeah. Where do you go? All right, so you're her dancer. You got to be in shape to dance a little bit. Like, I get it. You're big, but there's got to be like a line. That's like if you're an NFL lineman. You look like an NFL lineman. Obviously, they're big, they're bulky. But you also got to be athletic. So you got to find that median. So why are you? I don't think it's all her fault. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, and I like her music, by the way. If she didn't run around half naked and would have made news stories, I would never have listened to her songs, and I wouldn't even know that I like her songs. But because she does that, I am a fan of Lizzo's music. But these people going against her make no sense, and they got to be somewhat in shape. You got to be flexible. Now, if the whole thing of her pimping the dancers out to do sex stuff at strip clubs, then that's insane. But also, if I'm at a strip club, I don't want to get a lap dance from someone Lizzo. First of all, they would fucking crush my other knee. I would have no fucking working limbs. What's your opinion on that, Rick?
I've seen people do worse stuff. I worked for construction companies and stuff like that. When we would go
of course, because you're an Italian in New Jersey, you have to work for. I'm an Italian in New Jersey, and I was part of a construction crew. I didn't even want to be like, hey, you're working for Salvador. You're working for Salvador.
The shit that they would do. You go to a strip club in Patterson, I would see people do much worse shit than that. Than eat bananas out of crotches and stuff. Believe me.
But first of all, if one of these fat dancers at a strip club and Lizzo's like, go over there and do this to this guy, that's not who I want doing that shit to me. I'll find someone more handsome than that fat, disgusting lady. I'll find someone a little more handsome, and that's who I would like to do nasty stuff with. Not someone that's like outweighs me by 200 pounds. So I don't know. The whole thing seems a little. But then again, Lizzo does not do herself favors because she plays herself as the victim and everything with this whole thing. So she introduces to everyone that it's okay to be a victim. So that's what I think. Your thoughts, Rich? You seem like you're up on this Lizzo stuff and you have strong opinions.
Yeah.
Strong opinions, Carucci. That's what they call you over there. What's your opinions?
I think they're playing it up too much. So what? You ate a banana out of somebody's fucking snack. Big deal. If you could have said no and walked away, I mean, I think it's ridiculous. We're all out drinking. We're going to do some crazy shit. It's just how it is. There's going to be some bananas being eaten.
How did you know there was a banana in the... Is this another 911 call?
No. It was one of the things they were saying. They had to eat bananas out of somebody's crotch or something. I mean, I called out a Thursday.
It was in the dude's crotch or the women's crotch?
The women. And, she had it in her snatch and somebody ate it. I call out a Thursday in Patterson. You know what I mean? Like, it's just how it is.
So the woman, one of the dancers had a banana in her crotch, and then another dancer had to eat the...
I thought that they were saying there was a stripper, or they went out to a club and somebody had it in their snatch, and then she had her people eat it out or something.
So it's one dancer had it in their snatch, and the other dancer had to eat it out of her snatch. Hey, that's potassium.
Yeah.
Bananas are very healthy.
I mean, you get nutty when you're out drinking. I mean, that's it's part of the deal. I mean,
sometimes you want a banana, and that's a nice
banana. Nobody had a gun
bowl.
to their head, right? Nobody had a gun to their head and said, "Eat that banana, I'm going to shoot you." It was like, it's people doing shit and feeling sorry for it later, and then probably getting fired or something for something else or laid off, and then you're like, "Remember when I ate that banana out of that chick's snatch 4 months ago? I'm suing now."
Well, also, I do think it's the fact that I guess right now the hot thing is to go after Lizzo, but these fat dancers are painting themselves into a corner because there's no one else to dance for now. Lizzo's the only fat dancer. She's the only fat pop star. So now you fucking eliminate that. There's no other fat pop stars to go after.
Yeah,
so that's
right.
what I think, Rich Carucci. Yeah. I'm fucking kicking knowledge over here. And now, you know what? I want a banana. I fucking want a banana now.
Meatloaf's dead. You got Lizzo. That's the next fat pop star. I mean, you're right. Who are they going to dance for? I don't know. Maybe The Little Mermaid on Broadway. Now, everything's so screwed up now. Who knows? Maybe you got to hire a certain amount of overweight dancers for shit.
Rizlinsky, who I will see in AC, buddy. Night Train and Thunderbird. Nice wine and values. I hear you. I'm going to try it out. What color is Night Train? Is that red wine, white wine, pink wine?
I think it's blue. Night Train and Thunderbird is clear. You don't want to drink that shit. I did. It made me ill as hell.
Ray shaming for shame. Oh, it's a picture of Morrissey. Thank you, Brian. Kowalczak. Yeah, Morrissey's great, man. By the way, next week I'm going to Ohio. One of the things I'm going to see Offspring and Sum 41. That's what I'm going to see. What concerts would you go to, Rich Carucci?
I'm going tonight to see Slightly Stupid and Sublime.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I thought you were going to a comedy show. I was like, I'm not performing anywhere. I have a busted knee to see Slightly Stupid.
My girl loves
my name
a couple of times, but I go to a lot of concerts. We see Guns N' Roses, Metallica, all kinds of stuff. She likes. I go wherever she tells me. She's like, we're going to a concert. She books the concerts because I usually work comedy, so she'll be like, don't take a date on whatever. We're going to a show. Okay, whatever.
Someone put this up. Ian Birdsong put up Everclear. I might see Everclear. A buddy of mine, if I'm in Cleveland, they're at the House of Blues. It's Everclear and the Ataris. And I am not a giant fan of either, but it's not that expensive. It's like $30 to go see Everclear and the Ataris. I like both of them well enough where $30 to go see them and hang out in downtown Cleveland for a night. Why not? So I'm fine with all that. And then the other story I wanted to get you, not that I want to, is did you see this whole thing with Michael Orr, The Blind Side?
Yeah, man. Just another example of white people, manipulating a black dude. I mean, it's but now they're saying everybody got paid equally, but that can't be true. But yeah, it was a bullshit story. It's Hollywood. None of that shit's real.
Yeah, so Michael Orr, The Blind Side, the movie was based on him. A white family adopted him, and then raised him. He ended up becoming an offensive lineman with the Baltimore Ravens, won a Super Bowl. And now he's saying that he was taken advantage of that. What was a conveyor ship? What do they call it? Convention ship? Conveyor ship? What is it? The same conversion ship? Andy, what do they call that? Andy, you're smarter than me. Where they take over where they take over all your responsibilities. Britney Spears was in one. Where your family takes over all your stuff.
I know the word you're thinking of, and I can't pronounce it right now.
Yeah. See, everyone, I'm not the only one that can't pronounce stuff. Even someone way smarter than me, like Andy.
Conservatorship?
Conservatorship. Yeah, a conservatorship. It sounds like something Republicans would have. A conservatorship.
Yeah.
A conservation clip. Conservation clips. But yeah, I do feel also. I want to say that, like, first of all, it was kind of you could. I just wanted to show the story, Andy. That's it. I just wanted to. Those are my visual aids, just to show the story. So it did happen. But yeah, like that happened to. Same thing with Colin Kaepernick is mad at his adoptive parents now, saying that they were racist or something just because they didn't let him get cornrows. And then now Michael Orr with this, which I'll be honest, if you go to an orphanage and that's like you adopt like a 12-year-old like LeBron James, like the kid's like this is I guess his teammates. People have like different things. Now people are coming out, they're taking both sides. There's a lot of people are saying they were all paid equally. Some of them are saying they weren't. But here's what I do think's happening, and there's some truth to this, is he's coming out with a book, and they're saying this whole thing was just it was just a publicity stunt. That's all it was. It was just a publicity stunt to help promote the book, which also you can get rid of that, Andy. I was just but all it was just a publicity stunt to sell the books, which would make sense because that's exactly what Colin Kaepernick did. Remember, he came out with a book like a few months ago, and his book was that his whole book was he was saying that his parents were racist, and right when his book came out, so now Michael Orr's taking a page out of Colin Kaepernick's book. That's what I think. What are your thoughts, Rick Carucci? You look like you're in on this stuff. What's going on? Quit thinking about Sublime tonight and give me the hard fucking opinions, the hard thoughts that people want to hear.
You definitely on the right track. What they got books coming out, so they're trying to ride the publicity. Why now? Why did he wait so long? If he got ripped off so long ago, why
because
now?
He didn't have a book out. Now he's got a book out. That's what you got to throw the book at him. That's what they say.
You're right, 100%. 100%.
I color myself different. So that's that's also what
his parents not letting him get cornrow. Like, that's like saying your parents wouldn't let you shave your head or get a freaking mohawk back in the day. It's come on. Everybody's racist. Everything's racist. I don't. Everything's not racist. Maybe they just didn't want him doing that to his hair.
Coming from an Italian dude that grew up in New Jersey, why's everybody so sensitive around here? What are they doing? What?
Yeah. I tell my kid's Puerto Rican. I'm like, dude, you wear the thing on your head. I said, you dress like a Somalian pirate. Why do you think the cops are constantly fucking with you here? We live in this white, because we moved to Elmwood Park for a while, and that's like Whiteville, and the cops were constantly. He got a jaywalking ticket during the middle of the pandemic. I'm like, dude, look how you dressed with all the tattoos and everything. I go, these cops are all racist, and they are. They were.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. Yeah, so yeah, you are going to invite some of that. When I got in the car accident, when I was working part-time it was at the beginning of the pandemic, and I completely shaved my head, and that's when I got a concussion and everything, and that's when the guy said I was working for a pharmacy, and he said I was stealing medications, that I was trying to sell, like. And I get it. It's because I had a completely shave. I look like a skinhead. And I just did that because the world was shut down. But yeah, I think if I wouldn't have had a completely shaved head, that that probably might not have happened. So yeah, I do think that definitely they do stereotype. They
Absolutely.
do that.
Yeah. And they had the whole scenario for you. They had a whole skit written for you. You're selling drugs. You're stealing drugs. And
Yeah. And then none of that was true. Then
Right.
everything got dismissed. Everything got dismissed. I got arrested for 4 things. Everything got thrown out because there was no evidence. Also, I worked for the pharmacy. My boss was like, "No, he delivers those. Whatever he doesn't deliver, he takes home, brings them back the next day. He works part-time here as a delivery driver." So like everything got thrown out. There's no, but just the fact that I had to spend like $8,000 hiring a lawyer for something I did not need to hire a lawyer for is insane. The guy should have taken me to the emergency room. Instead, he took me to a jail cell. So Puerto Rican mommy, are you an organ donor? I think she's talking to you.
No, I'm gonna wear mine out. There'll be nothing left to donate.
Yeah, wearing out all your organs. Yeah, what are my organs I'm gonna leave behind? My one good knee, my one foot that doesn't have gout in it. I don't think anyone wants any of my body parts.
Yeah,
that's for sure. But yeah, there was always that myth. If you're an organ donor and you're like 50-50, if you're gonna make it or not make it, they like just pull the cord on you so then people can get your organs. Like there's always that thing. I don't know how true that is.
It could be. What. It might be. Who knows?
So I have no idea. So Sublime's still touring. How are they still touring if there's nobody left?
I don't know. Isn't it Sublime with Rome or something? Or I don't know what it is. But yeah, she's a big fan. So I just go and I try not to get too drunk because she gets pissed off if I get too smashed. So
dude, how much do you weigh? How big are you?
250, 5'9".
5'9", 250. You know how many beers it would take you to get drunk?
I drink a lot. I drink a lot. Like I got smashed. We went to a baby shower Sunday, and I got smashed. She was pissed.
I just want to hold the baby. Why won't you let me hold the baby?
But
I only had 12.
I'll drink like 3 6-packs, and I like whiskey and wine too. I'll drink a lot. I could drink
3 6-packs. Why don't you just buy a 12-pack and a 6-pack? Buy the case. They call it a suitcase in college. It's called a suitcase.
We call it a coffin. We call it a coffin.
Buy the suitcase.
Yeah, I like to drink a lot. That's my thing. Like I'll pound beers all night, and it's good.
They just give you a suitcase full of beer. Just open up the suitcase.
I'll sit on the stoop. My place where I live, I rent a room with 2 other guys. They have rooms, and I sit on the stoop and get looped. Right, I'm right on the river, and I just sit out there. There's deer coming by and all kinds of stuff. I'll just sit out there, beers, and chilling all night by myself.
Al Ray says, I just look at news stories without reading them. It's like judging a book by its cover, but with a side of global confusion. # news skim laughs. You are correct, Al Ray. I do just read the news. My favorite is like when you go to read a news article and then it says to continue reading, you have to like buy the New York Times article or something. And it's like I just read the headlines like, that's the story I'm going with. I see that, and I'm like, that's my story. That's all I know, and that's what I'm sticking to. Yes, I am not the real news. Newsflash for everybody out there. I am not a real news source. I just give my half-ass opinions, take none of it serious. It's all for comedic effect. There's nothing to be taken serious here. I am just jokes. That is it. I just make up my own half-ass conclusions from reading an article. So you are correct with that analogy. That is all I do. I read the headlines. I run with it. That's the story. Also, that was a Michael Che joke, which is very funny. They said, don't judge a book by its cover. It's like, of course you're supposed to judge a book by its cover. That's why books have covers. That's a Michael Che joke. Also, another great joke going back to the whole adopting the athletes, the white parents adopting the black kids that are athletes. That was Mike Racine, great comic. We all love Mike Racine.
Yeah.
Been on this podcast before. I got to get him on a Shuli Network show. But where he says, like, if you're a white parent and you're adopting a kid, it's like you have to take a child of color, of a different ethnicity. Otherwise, how's everyone supposed to know that you're a hero? It's like you have to. You can't adopt a white one. Then you're not a hero. You got to go with the minority. So that's what. All right. All right, I'm gonna get ready to wrap up. I have to go see my orthopedic. Well, what's new with you, man? What do you want to plug? What do you got there?
The Laughing Stock Comedy Club. I'm there pretty much every Friday and Saturday, running it. I host. I'm the house host, and I'm there every. I feel like I'm semi-retired from comedy at this point. You know what I mean? But I got a great show coming up September 1st at the Bullseye Tavern in Brooklyn. It's always a blast on Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. And my Instagram is Dick_car64. I'm banned from Twitter for life, and I'm on Facebook. But
what got you banned from Twitter?
Last year, football season, I said I used to be a Jets fan. I said if your team's name is the Jets and you're starting your season on September 11th, you're just asking to crash and burn. And I put a picture of a jet crashing into the building on fire, and that was it. Done. Death threats, about 500 death threats, and more from the Jet fans than anybody pissed off about 9/11. But yeah, I've been banned since then.
Oh, wow. I'm just saying, I wish it would have been a funnier joke.
Yeah, me too.
Like, if you're going to get banned, get your money's worth. That's
done.
Done. Yeah. Wow. I would just wish one of my tweets would get that much attention. Like, I go out with a bang. All right, I'm gonna get ready to wrap up, man. Thanks for joining me, buddy.
Hey, Ray, thanks for having me, man. Thank you very much.
Cool, man. All right, did his thing go out right on time there? I'm gonna do my. Oh, he did that himself. All right, all right. I'm gonna do my plugs. Subscribe my Instagram, Ray.Devito. I'm my YouTube channel for Rock Bottom Pod. Also, my YouTube, Ray DEVI for my stand-up stuff. On Twitter at Ray DeVito. And yeah, man, I had a good time. I invited Drunk on Cringe and Shuli if was going to come in, if he was able to come in. And I hope whatever it is, they can work out their stuff. That's the ball's in their court. Where that goes with, but I'm on the Shuli Network. I'm Team Shuli, and you can't be threatening anybody on Twitter. So that's where I stand on that. I want to thank Cardiff Electric. Check him out. Andy, thanks for doing this. And thanks, man. That's our show. I love you guys. And I'll see those of you that are in AC. I'll see you in AC. Peace.